brief summer break, and now the global spectacle that is La Liga has returned. All the talk cast aside, now the action. So that's got things underway. Sevilla posted an article on their site in praise of their manager. It was... Can he finish? It's there!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it.
Well, you've got to say the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
Sevilla have an early lead. Good start. And it's Vardy. It's come loose.
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very...
Shoots! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, Peter, I would say it was worth a try.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Now it's Vardy. Sacco tries to get it forward quickly. Sevilla scoring in the first 10 minutes to make it 1-0. Big chance! What about it? Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Sevilla have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Rooney! And the follow-up. They are rampant! And they are disappearing out of sight! That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. And the first half is done. As easy as 1, 2, 3. It really has been that straightforward halfway through the match, but very little to suggest that much will change over the second half.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Sevilla have established themselves in a position of absolute supremacy. An action-packed 45 minutes, and they have raced into a 3-goal lead. And the game has already resumed here. Now it's Vardy. Villarreal keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Dante. Sevilla are now in a position of total control. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Cheryshev. Oh, sweet feet. Good challenge.
I'm a believer in having faith
firm
in your ability, but he's overdone it then.
And it's Kaya Hon. Rooney! He's kept it out just.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Shoots! It's a goal! Ruthless and relentless, utterly rampant.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Sevilla tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless. Looks to clip it forward, going through. Javi Fuego, chip through. He'll have a dip! He's scored! A contest no more. It is nothing short of utter humiliation.
It's part of the game, Peter. It has to get ruthless. Sympathy just doesn't play a part.
There is the final whistle. Sevilla get off to a flyer. They have hit the ground running and hopes for the season are high. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, pre-season and all that hard work has been worth it now. A winning start that gets everyone in the right mood.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Hoy hemos tenido suerte, pero el próximo partido será muy
The warmest of welcomes to all of you around the globe. We're just about ready to get going. The players will be with us very shortly. And here we have Real Betis against Sevilla. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
We've got underway here pretty promptly.
Well, when it comes to history and rivalry, this is a derby with all the right ingredients. Predicting a winner, though, is another matter, and I'm afraid I'm on the fence for this.
It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Hit long and direct. This could fall, and he's gone for it! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Real Betis made a reasonable start to the season. A draw first up. Campbell. Batistuta. Still goalless at the moment. Steered out wide. Swung over into the middle. Campbell brings it forward. And it's Joaquin. With a delicate ball. Oh, full-blooded challenge, and it had to be. Looks to slip it through. Jonas. Gorgeous control there. He's tried one! Dashing forward at pace. Looks like a good ball through. Tries to get it forward quickly. Chipped through. Going for goal! He's scored!
And grabbing that opening goal so close to half-time too affords them that extra little psychological edge. And when it's one of your main men that's doing the damage, it just grows the togetherness and it grows the spirit. Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. And they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
First 45 minutes are up. There we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Sevilla head into the dressing room, pleased with the thought that they have that all-important lead. Analysis to come during the break. If you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Sevilla carry a one-goal lead into the second half. Sure, Jonas has a go! Joaquin. It's good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? Joaquin. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Jonas. Batistuta. Jonas. Now the park. Can he score? He has done it! And this is getting better and better. However they tried to stand in his way, he just was not to be denied.
Oh, this fella's as slippery as an eel the way he freed himself to score. I mean, for that defence, it was a case of now you've got him, now you don't. Brilliant.
Sevilla have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Well, here's a change that was in the offing. Last one allowed. And it's Campbell.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up...
Up he gets! They are rampant! And they are pulling clear here. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Real Betis decided now is the time to make their final change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Jonas. Big chance here. Clears it out of harm's way. Has gone out. Tries a through ball. Forward it goes. Defenders on the back foot. Oh, sweet feet. Callejon. And that's that. Sevilla a class apart. Opponents torn apart. They are comprehensive winners. The end of the game. Reflections?
Sevilla made their intentions clear that nothing else but a win would do. These games are always tough, you know, it's not always about form, it's not always about class.
Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be underway very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Got things underway. Sevilla have won 2 of 2 so far, promising early signs. Now he's wondering who wants it. Now the pass. In comes the cross. Cut out in the nick of time. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Selçuk Inan. Mamadou Sakho.
Oh, we don't even need to look at the stats, do we, Peter? 0 attempts, 0 goals, and excitement, forget it.
Passes it through. Shoots! Goal! Sevilla! And Sevilla score first!
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
Sevilla get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Selçuk Inan tries a through ball, has a hit! He's scored! All too easy! They are in danger of disappearing out of sight! However they tried to stand in his way, he just was not to be denied.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked a scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Sevilla grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, that second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now, and they should be able to take it on from here and either add to their lead or close it out. Surely they'll manage one or the other.
That is terrific skill. Plenty waiting in. Has a shot! Tries to get it forward quickly. Plays it out to the wing. Jonas looking to get on the end of this. Jonas puts too much behind that. The referee brings the first half to a close. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Sevilla are 2 up and everything is shaping nicely. The only criticism, it could have been 3.
Sevilla sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. So we're just settling back into this second half. Lobs it in gently. Turns and goes back. Inan clips one through. Going for goal! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's what all good teams do these days. Pressing from the front is highly effective.
More than happy to take the muscular approach.
They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
No.
It's probably cautionary. Don't dive in, try to pinch it or intercept so nobody can get in behind. Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
That's not going to make it. Looks like a good ball through. Looks to slip it through. Shapes the shoot. Out to the left it goes. He's left his man. None shall pass, that's the message there. Just brushed off the ball there. A real chance to break. Long and high towards the flank. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Sevilla can be very happy with a job well done, an efficient win for which the players simply did enough. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, we knew there was a sizable gap in the quality of both squads and the story was told in predictable fashion.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. So the long journey to the summit of European football starts with the opening fixture of the Champions League. So quite a contest we have in store. Just listen to the noise level from the stands. And so the distinctive sound of the UEFA Champions League anthem. There's the whistle, and here we go. Kuchka, Dembele. Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thwarted before they could even make it into the final third. He's tried one! What a wonderful goal!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it. Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Yet another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Out to the flank. Gets it back. Batistuta! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Forward it goes. Shapes to shoot. Inan tries to get it forward quickly. Looks to thread it through. He's got away. In with a header! That's a half-decent try.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
That's a poor kick by the keeper. He's just given it straight back. Plays it out to the wing. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Big chance! And in it goes! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
That'll be the last act of the first half. Some first half thoughts?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Sevilla go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. So off we go once more. Triol, aimed long and direct. Oh, that is lovely. Heads it! Offside, I think. Yes, it is.
may have been caught offside, but, well, Peter, from experience, defenders, I can tell you, hate those runs in behind.
Valero, Kuchka, Van Persie, spreads it wide, timely intervention. Raul, dinks one in, gorgeous control there, and he's onside. Defending was physical, no nonsense, and it had to be.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
And it's been taken straight back. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. He's come loose. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to...
It's Jonas! They are rampant! And the lead is extended still further. Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
3 without reply. This is becoming a shot at goal! Oh, top draw save from the keeper.
Well, talking about a man on a mission, that was a super effort.
It so nearly came off for him.
Well, Peter, I think it's fairly obvious. He's one of the biggest influences out there.
Schürrle. Rooney. Cajajon. Done very well to intervene. Handanovic catches it safely. And time is up. Sevilla starts as they wanted to start. All 3 points, the first 3 points, crucially. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Listen, ideally, any new campaign needs a start that puts 3 points on the board.
The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. The teams then, Leganés against Sevilla. Milner is taking substantial strides in his career, Jim.
Well, we always felt that he had the potential to stand out, but several aspects of his game have come on in leaps and bounds of late, and most importantly, his confidence. He's now staking his claim on the biggest stage.
And we're underway. Sevilla have 9 points in the bag already, the perfect start. Can he? Rooney! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
turns and goes back. It's broken loose. Milner tries to get it forward quickly. Over to the left. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. It's a loose ball. Milner, forward it goes. And the weighted pass. Batistuta! He tried the chip, but it wasn't his best.
Well, it could have been and probably should have been a different choice of finish. There was lower space to hit.
That's a poor kick by the keeper, he's just given it straight back. Batistuta! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Who's ball? Who's going to get there? And he's onside. In with a header!
Ah, that's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Steered out wide. He's had a shot! It's anyone's ball. Can he find a finish now? That is going to be the final action of the first half. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. And we're underway again.
Sevilla clearly have been the better side for me. Yeah, I know the score doesn't quite reflect it, but if they go about their game in the same manner as the opening 45 minutes, things really should improve.
Milner goes long. Hits it! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to... Gets up to head it! No, not the best of headers. That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Can he score? Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Massive lead! Try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
That is a poor kick by the keeper, been intercepted. And it's Muriel. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Muriel tries lifting it over. Selçuk Inan, Pareja, and it's Callahan, passes it through, Callahan, nicely controlled, and a header! In it goes! And that could well be the winner! What a great header, got plenty on that.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
Sevilla take the lead, 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the number one contender, and he's done it again.
It is just a question of running down the clock now. Sergio Garcia floats one over.
Sevilla can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Rooney pushes it out wide. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Terrific contest. It really might have tipped either way. The margins were tiny, just a goal in it, but that was enough. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, we knew there was a sizable gap in the quality of both squads.
Hello and welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. We have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. And here we have Sevilla against Atletico Madrid. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be...
Oh, great chance!
Listen, it's a great
and a
start,
goal!
but we've seen teams surprise themselves with early goals before and sit back. They've got to avoid that. The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Atletico Madrid trail at this early stage. How will they respond? Raul. Jonas. It is a corner. Repelled by the keeper. Jonas, looks like a good ball through. Going through, plays it back. Timely intervention. Gabi tries to get it forward quickly. And now they can launch a counter. And it's Koke. Where to from here? Oh, well defended, that had to be done. That's a throw. Looks to thread it through. Well read, he sorted that out. Sergio Garcia plays a clever pass. Now it's Callejon. Sevilla picked up all 3 points from their previous game. The win, however narrow, really important. Sevilla scoring in the first 10 minutes to give them a 1-0 lead. Selçuk Inan. A real chance to break. Shoots! Superb from Diego Costa! Atletico Madrid are all square.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
It's come loose. Gabi plays it forward. Now the counter. He's on his way. Milner comes out on top in a really physical duel. And the first half is done. Genuinely interesting game here. Very, very watchable. 2 goals, 1 each. It's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. So once again, we're underway. Costa, Atletico Madrid, whose last result owes so much to the astuteness of their manager.
Look, to alter the intended game plan was a daring move on the manager's part. It wasn't quite working for him, and he accepted his mistake. And I think what followed merits a lot of praise.
Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Atletico Madrid claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. And that's been levered clear. Now here's the through ball. He's gone for it! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, as Tesco, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Raul passes it through, has a swing at it! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Just, it seems, but just is enough.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Now the pass. Koke, chipped through. It's a brilliant interception.
Atletico Madrid merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot of it.
Callejon! Goal! Sevilla! And they're back in front. That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
You know, Peter, from the moment it left his foot, it looked unstoppable. That was thumped.
time for changes on both sides, actually. Sevilla take the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the number one contender, and he's done it again.
Good steal, he just
Sevilla can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Milner, and it's Callejon. Batistuta! It's in! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe!
And as soon as they made that error in midfield, they didn't have time to react before the ball hit the net. Very much a lesson learned.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Sevilla could not have picked a better... And there goes the final whistle. So they have their win, they had all the answers to whatever the opposition threw at them, and the result followed inevitably. Your reflections then, Jim?
Sevilla certainly ran a perfect race from start to finish. Out of the blocks quickly, they got themselves in front, and they just didn't look back.
So that's it for today. Thank you, Jim. Soaking up the pre-match atmosphere here as we wait for things to get started. Won't be long now before we get through the formalities. A warm welcome, one and all. And here we have Sevilla against West Ham. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Jonas! Superb goal!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
You know, Peter, from the moment it left his foot, it looked unstoppable. That was thumped.
Sevilla take the early advantage. Selçuk Inan. Milner. Sevilla scoring in the first 10 minutes to give them a 1-0 lead. Gets on the end of it. Has a swing at it. It's in. And they are disappearing out of sight.
Sevilla are so well practiced in the art of keeping the ball through wonderful passing and movement, and a real appetite to ensure it's reflected in their goal count.
Sevilla take a 2-goal lead and things should be comfortable from here on in.
Well, that second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now, and they should be able to take it on from here and either add to their lead or close it out. Surely they'll manage one or the other.
Good idea, just poorly executed. Half an hour played now. And it's Sergio Garcia. Lobs it in gently. Tried to play it through.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Batistuta! That is absolutely glorious! He's got himself a peach of a goal!
Unbelievable.
And already they're looking to run away with it.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll. He's made sure that that won't get through. And the referee brings the first half to a close. As easy as 1, 2, 3. It really has been that straightforward halfway through the match, but very little to suggest that much will change over the second half.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Sevilla very much in control here, 3 up and cruising. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. Selçuk Inan.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher...
Batistuta! An absolute thunderbolt! About as smooth as it gets!
Unbelievable.
More and more and more and more! They are running riot!
Are certainly a team that knows how to play their football as stylishly as you'll see. Tiki-taka at its very best, and they back it up with goals.
on the touchline. A change about to occur. Sevilla tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless. Plays a clever pass. So who's he picking out? Massive leap! It wasn't a great header in the end.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Well, no doubt someone is being given special treatment here.
Yeah, and they finally reacted, but they could have been more switched on before he scored.
Tries to dink it in. Referee has just said play on. Lanzini. Evra. Where to from here? Plays it back. Tries a through ball. Shoots! Oh, terrific save.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looks the harder thing to do.
We have got changes here, from both sides, in fact. Towering header! They've scored! Just so calm under pressure.
Oh, this fella's as slippery as a Neil, the way he freed himself to score. I mean, for that defence, it was a case of, now you've got him, now you don't. Brilliant.
West Ham playing for pride here, the match surely beyond them. Floats one over, well read, he sorted that out. That was one quality pass away from being a very decent chance, looked very promising.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And time is up. Sevilla a class apart. Opponents torn apart. They are comprehensive winners. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah, looking back on this, the early goal had a big influence on what unfolded and allowed them to dictate with comfort.
Hemos ganado y
Hello and welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. We have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. And here we have Real Madrid against Sevilla. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
So it's away we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
It has to be the brains of the operation, Toni Kroos. He's another one of the elite passers in world football, and his consistency remains high at both club and international level.
Rooney! It's there!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it.
Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Mkhitaryan. Out wide to the right. Inan looking up to see who wants it. He's got away. Goes for it! No, he couldn't get hold of it.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked a harder thing to do.
Toni Kroos. Out to the left it goes. And he's on a charge. Rooney. Looks like a good ball through. Jonas. He's gone for it! He's scored! And already they're looking to run away with it. Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
Sevilla grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Floats one over. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Tries a through ball. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. And now the breakaway. And there's the end of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Sevilla ahead 2-0 and they are looking good. So off we go once more. Passes it through. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Inan showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Puyol. Selçuk Inan.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
Pushes it out wide. And a header! They are rampant! Surely now, beyond all doubt. Oh, an absolute gem of a cross. It made the header simple.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Sevilla take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight. Good defending, he knew he had to stop it right there. Gets it upfield. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Jonas plays it forward. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Mkhitaryan, and the shot! It goes to show he is human after all.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Ibe picks it up from the goal kick. And it's Kaya Hot. Now the pass. Surely! And the referee brings it to a close. Sevilla, winners of a no contest. They just swamped their opponents in superior quality. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Sevilla showed us why it's so important to seize the initiative. Once in front, they grew in belief and rarely looked at risk.
So before we go, many thanks to Jim Beglin for his input, and from us both, good afternoon.
La segunda ronda,